YouTube, we got a different reaction today. Today we got black people shouldn't be eating meat. We're more like gorillas. Yahki awaken on fruitarians. YouTube, this is educational and entertainment purpose only. Nothing said in this video should be taken seriously or literally. Don't go do nothing you see out here in this video. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? Just listen to what their mind got to say and what they being said. Come on, y'all. Let go.
Social media, how all this stuff is at our fingertips, creativity, you can sell anything. Anything. You can sell anything and you can sell services. So I don't know. Me personally, me becoming a millionaire, me having my hustle, that dog in me that we was talking about before the podcast, it don't take hard work to be a millionaire. Now it takes hard work to keep your millions.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
I got you.
It don't take hard work to become a millionaire. So me and my mindset and how I look at it now, if you are over 25 with the internet that's out now, with all the information that's out now, with all the financial gurus that's out now, I mean, you have so many people teaching you how to turn a dollar into a million. If you ain't tapped in and you ain't got a million, or at least made it, I mean, even if you blew it and you ain't got to know more, but if you ain't hit a million mark,
I blew it and got it 10 times over.
So this is all I'm saying, and I'm saying you lazy, and I'm not saying you lazy in the way you think. I'm saying you need to get up and you need to get at it. Get up and get at it, because it's out here. And even if you ain't reached it yet and you working towards it, that's even better. But you should not be sitting around thinking that it is hard to make $1 million. And I used to have that mindset when I was younger.
Too. Yeah.
I didn't even try to make $1 million. I just made it. I was just here doing real estate, here investing in companies, investing in trucking, doing healing, investing in myself, investing in products, making products. My whole thing wasn't even to make $1 million. My thing was to help out my community. You know what I'm saying? And I looked up, the million was there. And then another million.
Work, it just comes along with it.
Facts.
It comes along with
it. But you said it, through your work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you're not a millionaire, you're lazy. And I mean that in the most respectful way.
Yeah, me too. But no. So let me get back. I had a question before we get back into the food, because this is kind of deep diving into it. Because we were talking about, playing God and controlling the population and things like that. Should they? Should they want to win in that way, based off of what they think winning looks like?
So based off of their culture, where they come from, they are dying off more than they're repopulating.
Yeah.
From their perspective, from the bloodlines that they come from, they connected to ancient Canaan, from where they come from. And then, it even gets bizarre when you start bringing up shapeshift, reptilian. We ain't gonna even get into that. Because that'd be my opinion somewhat. I can prove the reptilian brain physically, but that'd be going so far. But based off of where they at right now in life, all the wealth, all the money, but you can't even enjoy the money and wealth, and you can't bring it down to anybody that descend from you, because y'all not repopulating. From that perspective, I can actually see why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because they want to stay in power.
Yeah.
But that's where education at. I can't get mad at somebody that's in power for trying to stay in power. Only thing I can do is figure out how to cripple that shit and bring me and my people in power. And that's where war come from. So if we could talk about perspectives, I'm not mad at them for trying to do that. I'm mad at us as a collective black community for not doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't get mad at the devil for being the devil.
Yeah.
He the devil. He's the deceiver.
Yeah.
That is the whole point and purpose of its existence. I can't get mad to how you respond when the devil deceive you, though.
Yeah.
You gonna talk about it. You gonna lay down and mope and be depressed, or you gonna figure out what's going on and how to overcome and win this war. And whether people want to believe it or not, we are at war. We're at war physically, we're at war psychologically, we're at war spiritually, and we most definitely at war emotionally.
Yep.
And it's not just a cultural war, because we at war with ourselves too. And I just think if we change the things that we eating, if we change the educational system, and if we stop living in another people's culture and apply our cultural backgrounds, and if you can't find it, because a lot of people are like, well, Yahki, where's our culture? Where's the research? Say fuck it. We don't know where it's at. Let's create our own. Let's create a new culture that benefits all of us. So we either need to revamp or create the culture, or we need to find our ancient culture that worked for us, and we need to start implementing that right now. Because right now, as a people, not as individuals, because as individuals, a lot of us is good. We well off. But as a collective, man, we are failing, man.
What should we eat? What should we put in our bodies?
Food that is conducive to the body. Food that gives you energy. food that eliminates all the toxins, food that hydrates the body, food that give you all the minerals that you need, especially trace minerals, food that give you all the macronutrients that you need, food that replaces the amino acids that's in your body. If you look at what true food is and you look at our physiology, we are naturally frugivores. And how you can do this is all you have to do is go into nature. You don't have to pick up a book, because you can say man wrote the book, man lied. I can agree with that. So that somebody can have a great debate with that. But you can't fake nature. Go into nature, look what you closely assimilate with. We closely assimilate with primates, gorillas. That's what we closely, not saying that we come from that. I don't believe in the evolution theory or the evolution theory. That's what I call it. I don't believe in that at all. I do believe people have come from primates, but I don't believe that people is black people.
Yeah.
And I can prove that too. But if you go into nature and you look at actual nature, you're going to see who you closely assimilate with. You're going to see the actual primate, the silverback gorillas. They look like us. They can walk upright. They have 5 fingers. They have 5 toes. Their digestive process is the closest to ours than any other species in the animal kingdom. They breed like us. They have sex like us. They communicate like us. Some of them can even fucking talk.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
You can teach them how to speak and respond to you. If you look at what they eat, these are big silverback gorillas with a bunch of protein mass. Some of the most muscular, strongest primates in the kingdom of the animal kingdom. And they don't eat meat.
I never thought about that.
They don't eat meat.
I never thought about that.
They don't eat meat. Now, not only do they don't eat meat, they don't cook their food. Not only do they don't cook their food when they eat, they mono eat. Mono eating mean that they not mixing and putting a bunch of different varieties on their plate like this culture teaches us. You got to have your fats, you got to have your saturated fats, your proteins, and your vegetables and a side of fruit. Oh, and don't forget the dessert. See that? They mono eat. And we see that they are yielding so many things. So then, somebody's want to try to play the smart guy and say, well, they digestive system is different for ours, and they have a bunch of hydrochloric acid that can break through the foliage and that can break through the cellulose better than ours. That is not true. That is not true. Yes, they can digest more food than us, but if you look at their acidic acid content, it's not that far off from ours. So we see something that assimilates with us, and they talk about their teeth. Well, they got canines. You got canines. They canines is for protection. Their canines is not for ripping into gazelles and ripping into lions, tigers, and bears. If it is, they will be ripping into them and eating them.
Yeah.
Now, so if you look at a primate that look like us, they don't eat meat. They don't eat those type of proteins. They get their proteins from source, which is from vegetables and fruits. Same place where every other herbivore get their proteins from. You will go eat the herbivore to get the protein from the herbivore, but the herbivore will eat the fruit, will eat the grass and the vegetables to get its protein.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying yesterday, we black people, we love the double cross the middle man. We do with everything else. Why we don't double cross the middleman, which is the animal, bypass him and go straight to the protein source, which is the grass that they eat, which is the vegetable kingdom.
Yeah.
But even farther than that, we are not herbivores. Because if you look at a herbivore, on the average, all of them are 2 tons. They weigh over 1,000 pounds. None of us weigh over 1,000 pounds. You wouldn't live to talk about it. You have a heart attack, cardiac arrest. So we're not 1,000 pounds. They walk on all 4s. We don't walk on all 4s. We walk upright. Their digestive system is very, very vast. They go through something where they chew their food. It goes through their stomach. They throw it back up and then chew it again. It's called chewing the cud. A lot of them have more than one stomach. It goes through different types of incubation processes where the hydrochloric acid breaks the food down more. Then it goes to another chamber called the lumen. Speaking of the cow right now, that'll break down. Then it'll go through another stomach and break down. Then they start they absorption factor where they start breaking down their food and getting all their phytonutrients by way of what you will call a duodenum, right? Now, so that's different. Even if you, and then when you look at their intestines is way longer than ours. So they're able to eat food and package food in different parts of the stomach, break them down at different times. Then it gets to sit in these long ass intestines, and then it ferments and they get all of their bioavailability of nutritions from the actual food. Notice herbivores, 2 tons. They don't eat meat.
Yeah, that is true. Can't lie and say that ain't true. Cause nigga ain't no man. Like, let me rehear that joint.
Break down, then they start they absorption factor where they start breaking down their food and getting all their phytonutrients by way of what you will call a duodenum, right? Now, so that's different. Even if you, and then when you look at their intestines is way longer than ours. So they're able to eat food and package food in different parts of the stomach, break them down at different times. Then it gets to sit in these long ass intestines, and then it ferments, and they get all of their bioavailability of nutrition from the actual food. No.
Okay. I think I'm learning a little bit more. All right, bet. Like, comment, subscribe. We on the road to 3,000 subs, man. Drop a comment if y'all learn something new. I love y'all, man. Peace.